My name's Louisa and I'm the owner and founder of Workflow Virtual Assistant. So yesterday I spoke about how this week I'm going to be creating a series called VA Takeover, basically addressing the issues of how a virtual assistant could potentially assist a business owner or a private client and what the benefits are to you. So one of the questions that Gillian raised was, how could a VA actually help a copywriter? So I've worked with a couple of copywriters and the tasks have basically been about research. So what would happen is that the client, and I've also done this for non-copywriters as well. So what would happen is that the client would issue me with a brief. So ideally it would be something quite specific, potentially, maybe what the research is about, what needs investigating. So for example, at the end of last year I did a report on WooCommerce plugins. I'm not at all techie, but I had compiled a list of the 20 best plugins and I created like the pros and cons of each and had to like dig into it. So if you're a copywriter or anyone else, if you think about the amount of time that it could take you, so say it was like up to 2 hours, that time could be spent producing copy for another client, or perhaps you're researching a new product or a new service and you want to do some competitor analysis. If you have someone else such as me or another VA do that research for you, it's taking out that time constraint. So then when you actually view the information, you can look at it constructively. So you can look at it from a different perspective because you haven't been drilling into it. So you're just going to be basing it on the facts that have been presented to you. How does that information get compiled? Well, for me, what I always say to my clients is that I will ask you as to your preferred method. So with some people I might say, okay, if you don't really know, I'm going to put together say one or two, so if it's out of 20, I'm going to put down one or two things with the pros and cons and the description and stuff, and you tell me if that's what you're looking for, if there's any information missed, or it could be sometimes that actually you see something that I've included that maybe you might not have thought about. So it's quite advantageous to you. Yes, obviously there's that cost involved, but if it means that you can take on additional client work or focus on something different, then that's got to be a benefit for you. So as I say, the way this can be done is that you produce a brief, so you'll say exactly what you're looking for, the time frame and stuff, and then if you're not actually sure and you just go, it could be that I start to do the research based on the information that you've given me, then I'll come back to you and say, okay, is this along the right lines, or do you want me to dig deeper into a different sector or whatever the information could be. The way it works for me, and I'm sure different VAs do this by offering project rates, personally I prefer to say to you, how long do you actually want me to spend doing this? Because, you know, for some tasks or research, it could be that it can be completed in say an hour and you're not actually going to get a lot for that because the information is actually quite difficult to find. Or it could be that you say, okay, yeah, I know it's quite easy, so you'll be able to get a lot of information for me in 2 hours. But research is quite a popular task. It's something that I've undertaken for a number of my clients. So yeah, that's for how a VA can help you with research. I'll be back tomorrow with another topic, maybe email diary management, maybe producing graphics. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Okay, have a great day or evening. Bye.